Welcome back to the 100 spin test. In today's episode, number 96, we continue our dive into the murky waters of roulette strategies, where promises of guaranteed wins vanish faster than unsecured holiday leftovers with a greedy beagle circling around. Ever wondered if these so-called foolproof strategies can withstand the chaos of real-world distractions and cognitive biases? Well, you're in the right place. Let's see what happens. Today's test is TeKKa's 8 Streets. I'm not really testing out his strategy, but I wanted to give him a shout out as one of the good guys out there. He's my kind of player in that he uses statistics and focuses on probabilities to make his bets. His style is dynamic and engaged, so it doesn't play well with my set it and forget it video style, so check out his channel for the real deal. A link is in the description. Instead, I approximated one of his December 25, 2024 releases and ran 1500 spins to collect spin data, then used that data to place a unit on the 4 streets that hit the most frequently and the 4 streets that hit the least frequently. I ran a simulation of this bet on my self-tester 20 times and 4 tests were net winners. Be careful, it's easy to get lulled into overconfidence when your first test is a winner. Since TeKKa uses the European wheel, we will too. It does offer better odds than the American wheel, so avoid it if you have the choice. In our scenario, there are 24 winning numbers out of a possible 37, so there is a 65% likelihood of winning on each spin. The presence of the 0 allows the casino to nick 2.7% of each bet in aggregate, so our expected loss is about 22 units. To simplify things for analysis and scaling, I've set the unit size to 1 simoleon. Because the 4 most common streets in my pretest were 19 to 21, 22 to 24, 28 to 30, and 31 to 33, and the least most common streets were 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 16 to 18, place a unit on those streets. I've left 10 to 12, 13 to 15, 25 to 27, and 34 to 36 uncovered. You will win 4 units if your number is in one of those covered streets, and you will lose 8 if the ball lands on 0 or an uncovered street. As always, the animated graph below shows the progress of the strategy as misplayed and gives an idea of how volatile the bet is. There is also a table below showing the payouts and losses for this bet. A link to TeKKa's bet analyzer that contains much more information for this bet can be found in the description.
Now let's speed things up and watch the progress. I'll be back at the end to summarize.
Oops. I guess that misplaying a strategy has its perils. That being said, there were plenty of opportunities to walk away in profit. I ran the routine statistical tests on the results. The average number of spins before we got a hit was 1.6 with a standard deviation of 1.0. That means, it takes about 4 spins to get a win 65% of the time and 5 spins to get a win 95% at the time. There were 2 repeaters, 15 and 19 each doubled up. The hot numbers were 4 and 16 with 6 hits each, and 1 and 15 with 5 hits each. The cold numbers were 17 with no hits each, and 6, 13, 18, 21, 22, and 27 with 1 hit each. We had one streak of 9 wins in a row, one streak of 6, 2 of 5, 2 of 4, 4 of 3 and 5 streaks of 2 consecutive wins. We also had one streak of 5 losses in a row, 2 streaks of 3 and 6 streaks of 2 consecutive losses. We were in profit for 48% of the test. Let's look at our rankings. We find 8 streets at 75th out of 118 on raw winnings or losses, and also 75th on percent increased or decreased. More detailed information about the data including hit counts, statistics, and streak information can be found in the spin data for this test. A link is in the description. Keep in mind that casinos don't exist to make you rich. In fact, they exist to drain from your wallet whatever you allow them to take. Never take gambling advice at face value. Test any strategy that you plan to play on a free online game and read as many critiques about the strategy that you can find. A creator who won't tolerate questions or criticism is a bright red flag, and you aren't a hater for being cynical or by simply questioning their methodology. Some strategies only work for a limited time and the remainder don't work at all. Adjust your risk and loss tolerance accordingly and be cautious with regard to the advice that you accept.
Good luck until the next time.